Hey, 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 friends, it's Dr. PBJ, and I'm here for night 16 of Back to School with PBJ. We're getting you ready, giving you the strategies and tools that you need to have a strong start to the academic year and to sustain and to keep it up. So, this week we are working on our boundaries, and we are step by step building boundaries that work, not just some little cute boundary that we found online and we put in our journal, but we're building boundaries because they are safety. How can you control where your energy is going? How can you put some control around how you spend your effort, your emotion, your attention, and your time? So, friend, so this is what we've done. So far, you have established your values, and your values are, what are you unwilling to lose? What are you unwilling to lose? Where do you draw your line? Where do you draw the line to say, cannot cross, cannot go, not gonna happen? You've got to draw your line somewhere. Let me say this: people will treat you how you train them to treat you. So if you teach everybody in your life that you can be there always and you can be everything that everybody needs you to be, they're gonna believe you and they're gonna expect it. And that's at work, that's at church, that's in your personal life. People are going to believe what you teach them. So, friend, where do you need to draw the line? And let me say this before we get into the why. So often when we're building boundaries, you forget about yourself. So your boundaries are not just external, they're not just for your family and the people that you love, but your boundaries are for you. Where do you have quiet time? Where do you have think time? Where do you take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit? Where do you need to draw boundaries so that you can be everything you need to be for the people that you love? So, as you establish your values last night, I hope that there's something on the list that's just about you. And I want to speak specifically to women here because we are so used to being everything to everybody. And we leave out ourselves and we wonder why we get tired. We wonder why we're overwhelmed and we wait on someone else to think about us, to care for us, to take care of us. Friend, you are your first advocate. If you don't take care of you, how can you expect anybody else to take care of you? So, on your list of values, and remember, values are not a measure of your integrity. Values are, what are you unwilling to lose? There should be something that's just you and just for you, right? So after you establish those values, next you need to say why. The power is always in the why. If you don't say why you have those values, then you may be stuck in establishing values that you think you should have and you think people expect of you, you think is the right answer instead of what you really need and what you really mean. So, my question to you is, why is each value important? I'm talking go down the list. And remember, I said no more than five or less, because you have to draw a line between what is an ultimate priority and what is something important. Everything feels important, but everything cannot be an ultimate priority. Everything that you choose to say yes to costs you, remember? So when you're looking at your top five or less, you need to go through and establish why for each value. So let me give you an example. I told you that one of my values is my time, right? I value time more than any other space in my life. I value time. And I value time because I know I can't make more. All of us get 24 hours every day just by waking up and breathing, no more and no less as long as we're breathing, right? But I can't make more time That's what we get, and we have to be a good steward of what we have freely been given. And that's why I value time, because I've grown to understand that every minute wasted is another minute that could have been useful. And I'm not talking about grinding and hustling and booked and busy. That's foolishness. All right. I'm talking about what is the best, excuse me, what is the best use of this minute? What is the best use of this second? Sometimes the best use of the minute is for me to sit down somewhere and just be quiet. Sometimes, especially as an introvert, I need quiet time. Sometimes that is the best use of that minute, and it gives me the most return. Sometimes the best use is to spend time with my family and to be all in with them, not scrolling, not checking email, not doing other things, but all in with them. Sometimes the best use of my time is work and doing these videos, or talking to clients, or getting booked, or speaking and teaching. Sometimes in that moment, that is the best use of my time. But I have learned to intentionally decide what is the best use of my time, and to do the best I can to honor every second, minute, hour that I am given, because I understand one is freely given, two is limited. It's limited. So that is why. That's my why. I believe one day when I go to heaven, I'm going to give an account for how I use my time. That's my why. And I want to be able to freely say that I gave God my best in all the hours and minutes that He gave me. That's my why. And that, having that why, helps me secure that boundary. It's like the fastening of your boundary. When you know why, it helps you to hold strong concerning that boundary. So I need you to go down your list of values. And beside each value, you need to say why. Why is that value important to you? Why is it a value anyway? Why are you unwilling to lose it? And listen, don't answer this according to what you think you should say. This is not for anybody else. You don't have to share it with anybody else. This is for you. This is for you. So you don't have to vet your answer. Your answer doesn't have to be acceptable to anybody. Your answer is your answer, but the why has to be real. It has to be real to you, or it doesn't work. Remember, the why holds the value strong. The why is the fastener. It holds it down. It's the anchor for the value. Okay. So step one in building boundaries is establish your values. What do you want unwilling to lose? Step two in building boundaries is to say why you are unwilling to lose each value, because that's your anchor. Okay, that's your homework for tonight. So go down your list of values and articulate, write it. And I hope, let me say this and I'm gonna let you go. I hope you are writing. I hope you're writing with your hand. It's okay to put notes in your phone. I do that too. But research has showed that the connection between what you write with your hand and your brain is deeper. It means more and it stays with you longer. So I hope you are writing, write your values, write your why. And then tomorrow night, we're going to come back and we're going to take it to the next step. Y'all, everybody's talking about boundaries, but nobody's teaching you how to do it. So this week, we're learning how to build boundaries that last. And you know what I'm going to say? Go get your chapter. Y'all, why do I have to keep saying this? If you don't have your chapter sample by now, why? Go on and get it, y'all. Go on and get that chapter sample. I read one of the chapters from my book to you, and I can't wait for you to hear it. So go grab that, patricebucknerjackson.com/book. Go get that, and I will see you tomorrow night as we continue building